Happy Melly Monday! Recently, my friend Spider has given me her octopus crochet pattern. I absolutely love it, and she has allowed me to share it with you, so I'll make a bigger one and take you along. The first destination is my big box of pink and purple yarns. This little one was made with this yarn, which is actually loads of white and purple threads. I really like the effect that gives, and I also have a lot of this fluffy yarn that I don't really use otherwise, so I'll take 2 of each of the colors and treat these 4 as if they were a single yarn. I'll try out my biggest hook, which is 10mm, and this should work. The stitches are a bit hard to see, but I can feel them easily enough, so this works well. And the octopus will be as big as I can physically make it, so let's start crocheting. The first things are the tentacles, so I start by making a slip knot and chaining 21. I'm skipping the first chain from the hook and starting with the second one, I make 5 single crochets. Next up are 13 half double crochets, so a yarn over, a yarn through, and then pull through all 3 loops at once. I do 13 of those, and then in the last 2 stitches I make double crochets. So a yarn over, a yarn through, and I pull through 2 twice. That is the first tentacle complete, and it naturally curls up on itself. Now I directly start with the second tentacle by chaining 21, skipping 1 and then making 5 single crochets, 13 half double crochets and 2 double crochets. Now I have 2 tentacles complete, and I'm repeating this 6 more times, so I have 8 tentacles in total. Now I'm grabbing the base of the first tentacle and find the last double crochet I made. There should be a small space at each end of the double crochet, and I make a single crochet into both of them, securing the starting end in the process. Then I take the next tentacle, find the spaces at the double crochet and make single crochets into them. This is continued all the way around, making 2 single crochets into each tentacle, so I end up with a total of 16 single crochets in a circle. To mark the beginning of the round, I take a marker thread and place it in front of my hook. It will be removed later and just helps me to find where each round ends. The next round consists of a repeat of 2 single crochets and a decrease. To work a decrease, I find the next 2 stitches, pick up only the front loops of them, and make a single crochet into that. This is repeated 4 times in total until I reach the marker thread, which I lay across to mark the round. The next rounds are worked similarly, following the pattern I put in the corner. Now in round 4 I need to make increases, so I start the repeat with 1 single crochet, and to work an increase I make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. This gets repeated all the way around, and the next 4 rounds are also worked to the pattern. Now, after round 8 is complete, the octopus's head would curve inwards again, but I need to add the eyes as long as I can still reach inside. These eyes are a bit too big, so it's up to my big box of eyes. For the little octopus I used these little eyes, but they are far too small for the big boy. These black ones are also a bit small. These down here are technically noses, but those oval noses could work as eyes. Then I have these colorful eyes. I kinda like the blue ones for this octopus. Or maybe green? Yeah, I like the green ones better. So I'm poking the green eyes through spaces in the fabric, and on the other side the backing pieces usually go on like this, but because of the thick material I put them on the other way around and push them down until I feel all 3 clicks. The eyes are still proportionally smaller than the little ones, but that just makes the baby octopus look cuter. So now I can continue crocheting the next 3 rounds, working the decreases like I did before. Now before the last round, I'm removing my marker thread. It is still easy to remove now, and I don't think I needed to count out 4 decreases. On the very last decrease, I like to put it directly through, kind of making a slip stitch decrease, before cutting my yarn and pulling it out. Now I'll use a random smaller crochet hook, and to simultaneously hide the end and close the top, I pick up the front loops of all 4 stitches and pull the end through, before coming up through the middle and pulling my yarn down. The crocheting is done, but it is still flat, so I'm taking my basket of floof and stuffing the octopus through the open bottom, making sure to distribute it evenly. Lastly, I'm using some thread and a blunt needle to close the hole, stuffing the ends inside, and the octopus is done. I think it just looks adorable with the baby one. Now I need to make space on the shelf for you, so I think I'll ditch the piggy corns and move the sleepy corns down there. That way I can put the octopus on the books. And that was it for this week's episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more handmade content every Monday, and give me your feedback and suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Monday.